Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
It's Brian and Kenzie on Q101. That's for Stephanie and Palatine checking in. Needed some Fall Out Boy this morning. And also in Palatine, my fine Weber Grill people out there love all the people that work there. And I just love Weber Grills. I love grilling. I love all that.
You love everything.
So all the people in Palatine and Stephanie and Weber people, that was for you, that Fall Out Boy. Let's get to sports, sponsored by the Marquee Network. Stream Cubs baseball at watchmarquee.com.
The Q101 Morning Crew. Sports.
Well, obviously, we'll get to the Bears and the highly anticipated montage of the victory yesterday, which I love producing those every week when they win, which has been a while, except for the preseason. But first, let's do a couple things. Cubs beat the Yankees 2-1 Sunday to avoid the sweep. It was the Rizzo weekend. Not only did they give Rizzo a standing ovation and play his walk-up music on Friday, they did it Saturday, too.
That's so cool.
And I'm not 100% sure what game he did this for. I think it was Saturday's game. The Rizzo Foundation bought 200 tickets to the game for the families and, of course, for the kids fighting cancer at Lurie's Children's Hospital, because he has raised, I think, and put his own millions in of $5 million for that fund because, of course, he beat cancer. He beat it, and he has such a soft... That's why he's so well-loved here. Forget about, obviously, 2016 in the World Series, which is hard to forget about, but what he's done for Chicago when he was here. And that's why you give a guy a standing ovation not only once but twice over the weekend when he's playing for the Yankees, of all people. But the Cubs avoided the sweep yesterday. White Sox won 7-2 over the Red Sox to avoid the sweep with them.
Hey!
So with the Cubs, the White Sox, the Bears, and the Chicago Sky, it's the first time in 6 years 4 Chicago teams have won in one day. Now, I give this credit to Trucker Mike, who's checking in, our regular listener, who said it was 2018 when the Cubs, Sox, Bulls, and Hawks won on a day. So last time 4 teams won on one day. So, hey, we're rolling, right? I mean, with, Cubs, Sox.
Everything's perfect.
Everything's great. Also, before we get to the Bears, Northern Illinois, let's shout out to the Huskies, who took out number 5 Notre Dame 16-14 with a field goal in the final minute. 62-yard attempt by Notre Dame's Mitch Jeter was blocked, and that is their first non-conference victory against a ranked opponent since 2003.
That is awesome. Congratulations to NIU. As a former Lids manager, I can positively say the worst fan base that I ever dealt with was Notre Dame fans. I love seeing them embarrassed at home, and I love that Northern Illinois did it.
That was really aggressive.
It was.
That was mean.
I stand by it.
Well, just because, just the people could have been feisty that day doesn't mean everybody's mean at Notre Dame.
I think it does, actually.
It doesn't. I go to one Notre Dame game every year. I'm going to go in a couple of weeks, and I'm a Michigan fan, so Notre Dame is a vicious
tough
rival.
weekend for you, by the way.
Oh, boy. Rough. You know what? We won the national championship. I shouldn't say we. They won the national championship last year.
Oh, you were there. Did you starter jacket for that?
Yeah. I had my Michigan starter jacket on the sideline.
And your Fab 5 shorts, your high black socks. You were part of the team, basically.
I stole a few plays from other teams and gave them to Harbaugh.
You were yelling stuff on the sidelines, and you think he heard you. He was putting it into play.
And I took that personally. But for NIU, as a Bowling Green State University graduate, to see a MAC team take out Notre Dame and the coach, what an unbelievable speech. He was crying, Thomas Hammock, after the game, and here's what it sounded like.
This is NIU's first win against a top 10 opponent ever. And for people who need context, you wore this jersey. It's deep for you. Why?
I'm so proud of our kids, the coaches, just everybody. They believed. They believed. And we came here and got it done.
Oh, my God. You getting goosebumps, Kenzie? Look at my arm. Look at those goosebumps. I'm not cold because I took the starter jacket off. I'm telling you, these are real goosebumps.
That's awesome. What a nice moment that was.
And you know what? It's always good to see a big dog cry, too.
Oh, God, yeah.
He's a big guy.
I get uncomfortable.
You feel uncomfortable?
Yeah, I always feel like, because I feel like he probably doesn't want to cry in front of everybody, so I'm always just like, just look away, give him a second, and I looked down when you played the audio, because I'm like, he obviously wants some personal time. It just makes me uncomfortable.
Maybe he's going through something that's not related to the game.
You know what I mean? I think I'm not saying men shouldn't cry. I'm just saying that he probably, I feel like that was a personal time for him, and I feel like I'm being intrusive just listening to it.
But isn't it good when a man like that, a big, tough dude, cries for all men everywhere to know it's okay to cry now and then?
It is. But I do, sometimes I feel like when you can't breathe, when you get to that
level, ugly
level,
criers.
It's like, I know you need a second. When I can't fully, when I double breathe during a cry, I'm like, bitch, leave me alone for a second, okay? I can't breathe. Asking me questions.
There is that moment, and I've had this a few times too, when you cry and you're really emotional, and it goes like,
you can't get it.
I can't.
For me, like, he can't breathe.
Yeah.
Keep asking him questions. Good Lord.
I'm going to play it again just so people know that it's okay for men to cry.
This is NIU's first win against a top 10 opponent ever. And for people who need context, you wore this jersey. It's deep for you. Why?
You know, I'm so proud of our kids, the coaches, just everybody. They believed. They believed. And we came here and got it done.
I'm getting goosebumps again.
I just feel so bad for him. Like, I would be like, stop asking me stuff.
I'm overstimulated.
And when your dog died when you were 6, how'd that feel?
Like, damn, because she's like, this cut's deep for you. He was already crying. You know that.
Yeah.
Damn.
Oh, what a moment. What a great moment. Proud of everybody in Northern Illinois. Sorry for Notre Dame. But what are you going to do? Teams win and lose. That's it.
What are you going to do?
You could win.
What an upset. Their greatest upset of all time. And like I said, since 2002, beating a ranked opponent. They were number 5, not anymore. But the thing about this year, like with my team, Michigan losing, there's 12 teams in the college playoffs this year. Mm-hmm. You can lose like 7 games and still get in, I think.
I don't think you can lose 7. I think you can lose 4.
Well, you used to lose 1 and you were done. Your season's done. You cannot get in the playoffs. Now, you could probably lose like 1 or 2, 3 maybe.
Like lose 1 game the whole time?
If you lose 1 game the whole season in the old days, meaning last year, that you were never going to get in the top 4 in college football.
Really?
I mean, you could lose maybe 1.
1 game?
Because it depends on the strength of your schedule. Because there's so many people that go undefeated or lose 1 game.
Wow.
So, yeah, it's tough.
Kenzie, college football was basically built on a lie up until this past season. It was just a bunch of people guessing as to who the best team in the country was. It was a nightmare.
Well, it's still going to be that. Because the top 12, there's going to be people that are 12 that shouldn't be competing. And then if they happen to get it together and win, people will say, like, well, they shouldn't have been there.
Well, that's like baseball because like you can do bad forever and then do good in September and win the World Series.
But it does go by your exact record, whereas college is kind of guessing. Yeah, college, they kind of guess a little bit.
We obviously, our house is a lot of baseball, so I'm just used to being able to lose a lot and still do pretty well. 1 game.
Still
I'm
just.
Like,
Finally, your Chicago Bears secured a historic, chaotic win over the Titans. Caleb Williams bought the jersey. Still love it. Not good yesterday, obviously.
Do you think you wearing the jersey's bad luck now?
Well, they won, so I'm taking it as good luck.
I see.
And my starter jacket, too. I was sweating profusely. We're inside the house. I had the jersey on. I had the starter jacket on. It's a lot.
In case you played strip poker, you could still be wearing enough Bears gear? What the hell? Why'd you need both?
To show you how bizarre this game was, Caleb Williams, in his first game and barely played in the preseason, had just 92 passing yards, was sacked twice, but they still win 24-17 without scoring an offensive touchdown. Couple stats on this. First, on the yardage. According to StatHead, that's a great name for a stat company, by the way. Sunday's win is only the second Bears have had since 1971 where they gained fewer yards than 150 of offense and won. Also, this is the crazier stat. In the Super Bowl era, so 55 years, there have been 1,228 teams that trailed by 17 points or more and failed to score an offensive touchdown and win. Those teams combined have a record of 3 and 1,225.
Wow.
And the Bears are one of those 3. How about that?
That's good.
That is good.
I didn't see that going that way when you started reading it.
Can I give you another stat?
Sure.
It's the largest comeback for the Bears at home since 2001.
How about that?
But do you still feel good because Caleb Williams had a tough day? Now, listen, first day on the job, we're all learning.
Right,
Okay?
right.
That's
He's
not
still
fair.
doing his onboarding process.
Right, yeah, no one comes in and just slays Microsoft Word on the first day. You know what I mean? So I get it.
I mean, you've been here
you still
almost
have to get your key card.
You've been here almost a year and a half, and you don't have proper login credentials.
I know all of Case's passwords. I have to log in to all this tech stuff and everything with cases information.
Yeah.
And then the login they did give me, this is hilarious. They spelled my name wrong. And when my first day, and I went, hey, that's not how I spell my name. And they go, well, you should have told us that before. And I go, well, you didn't ask and you made it. How would I?
Yeah.
And so now every time I'm logging in, I have to guess how my name is spelled wrong because I forget. I'm like, did they put a Y in there? What did they do?
So I want people to put that in perspective when you look at Caleb Williams' first game yesterday.
What he's dealing with.
Oh.
Maybe his parking pass didn't work. And like, imagine if your parking pass doesn't work at Soldier Field, how long you have to walk.
Yeah.
Forget about it. Street parking, okay. I mean, that's a tough day.
Now, with the defense won for him, that's what you want. You want to see a team come together, the defense and special teams, including Jonathan Owens, Simone Biles' husband, blocked the punt, got the punt and picked it up and ran in for a touchdown. They had a pick six. Well, you know what? Let me just let the audio do the talking. Go Bears!
Go Bears!
Stonehouse with pressure, a block. It's scooped up by the Bears. Back the other way. Jonathan Owens, touchdown Chicago. Here it comes. Great blitz pick up by Spears, but that gets knocked away from Levis by Darrell Taylor. Loose ball, and out of the pack, it looked like Edwards recovered it. It is Chicago ball inside the Tennessee 35.
In the face! In the face! Going down.
On third down and 6. Here they come. Gordon's coming. Levis gets wrapped up. Flakes it ahead. It's picked off. Tyreek Stevenson will give the Bears the lead on another defensive play. They need to get to midfield. Levis off the back foot. Floats it up for Boyd. It is picked off. Jalen Johnson seals the deal. And the defense wins the day for Chicago.
The Bears!
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
You can't defeat her. She's too powerful.
Clash with Kenzie.
Let the battle begin.
Q101.
And Clash with Kenzie is sponsored by the Schaumburg Boomers.
Feel the boom.
For tickets, visit boomersbaseball.com. Dane Cook tickets on the line for Chicago Theater. It is coming up Friday, September 27th. So the week after Riot Fest weekend, which, by the way, Ticket Blitz Thursday this week will be Riot Fest tickets. How about that? So these Dane Cook tickets can be yours, furnished by our great friends at Live Nation. Going to Danielle in Crown Point, if she can beat Kenzie. Danielle, ahoy, tell us something really quick about yourself.
My favorite animal is a shark.
Wow.
Ooh.
Why is that?
I saw Jaws when I was 4, and I just loved him ever since. I have 3 tattoos already.
That's kind of a hot take. People weren't like, I'm here for the shark. I like it.
Yeah. I mean, even a kid gets eaten by the shark in Jaws, and you're rooting for the shark, huh?
Maybe.
Don't put her on the radio saying that. Leave her alone.
I'm curious, are your tattoos, like, you got a hammerhead, a great white? Are they all the same kind of shark? Are they baby shark?
I got a great white, and then a fin and a tooth.
Have you ever been a shark for Halloween?
Yes.
I want to see that. Can you text it a picture? When you get up, I want to see your shark.
Yeah, I'll try to find it.
Oh, good.
All right, so here we go. First one to 5 wins. Listen carefully. If Kenzie gets one wrong, you can steal a point. She can do the same with you. Call heads or tails, shark lady.
Heads.
It is heads.
Like a hammerhead shark.
Son of a nutcracker.
Gotta be a little faster.
That close.
All right, Daniel, let's start with this. What is the end opposite the nose called on a snowboard?
Tail.
Tail's right. Like a shark tail.
Like a shark, you see.
Kenzie, what motel chain signage has a bright yellow background with black and red text?
Okay. Now that is Super 8.
That is
That
Super
is
8.
Super
That
8.
one's Super 8.
Last week, Kenzie had trouble with Motel 6 and 8 and all these numbered motels.
We can't.
We will move on from motel questions now. I think you
would
mastered
love
them.
That. It's just a lot. You know, they all sound alike.
All right, so 1-1.
And back to Danielle.
Danielle, what fast food establishment has recently been promoting a spicy Sprite?
Oh, gosh. I want to say...
3.
Oh, gosh.
2.
Burger King.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, just before the buzzer. It is Burger King, a spicy Sprite. Have you had it, Case?
I had it yesterday. That's why this question's in trivia today.
Oh, jeez. You could just watch Case's stories on his Instagram to get the trivia question answers. Unbelievable.
The problem is that the advertising is so correct. It's a Sprite that is spicy and burns your throat, and it was a really disappointing experience.
It burned you?
It kind of, yes.
So it's spicy like cayenne pepper?
Yes, it tastes like peppery.
Yeah, but
That's
you
interesting.
sweat with the mild buffalo wings.
But this isn't a heat issue. This is a spice issue. It sticks in your throat. It was so disappointing.
Huh. I don't know if anybody else out there likes it. Yeah, I want a second opinion.
Well, now I'm curious. I can't find a Burger King that's open. I can't believe you could.
Oh, you got to go to the city. There's Burger Kings out the ass.
Okay.
Yeah, but ours is closed in our neighborhood.
I know, but I went to the one kind of in the Logan Square area.
It looks like they're just remodeling all of them because I drove past my closed Burger King and now it's just getting a facelift among others.
Well, once
so
it gets
they're
that
coming
facelift,
back.
yeah, exactly.
They're coming back, bitch.
With a vin- yes.
They're Botoxing the logo.
That's
Yes.
right. 2-1 back to Kenzie.
Kenzie, what cookie brand recently released a collab with Coke?
Oreos.
Oreo did.
Did
That's
you try
right.
those, Case?
Have not had those, but looked at them in the Walgreens. Couldn't pull the trigger on them.
Oh wait, so our boy Truck Mike, not Trucker Mike, but Truck Mike, Coca-Cola Mike actually. He
Thank
drives
you.
Coke trucks, and he told me they were not everywhere yet, but you've already seen one that.
They're in the Chicagoland area. Yes, I just have not been able to pull the trigger on it. You know, times are tough. I can't be buying Oreos
And
just whenever I
spicy
want them. Yeah,
Sprite.
come on now.
Okay, you saw Weezer and Pulp this weekend, but you can't buy a Coke.
No, because I saw Weezer and Pulp this
Oh, that's
weekend.
fair.
Something's got to give.
Yeah, 2-2 back to Danielle.
Danielle, the process of pulling down your pants and showing someone your butt is known as what?
Mooning.
Visual assault.
Oh boy.
3-2 back to Kenzie.
Kenzie, what supervillain had a cat named Mr. Bigglesworth?
What?
What supervillain had a cat named Mr. Bigglesworth?
A super villain with a Mr. Bigglesworth? Oh, was it from Austin Powers?
You got to give me the name.
Oh, God. What is his name? I know
Three,
Mini-Me.
two,
It's fudge.
One. Danielle, do you know?
Dr. Evil.
Dr. Evil.
I was going to say Captain Evil. I knew it wasn't it.
Damn it. So now it's back
I
to
know the whole
Danielle.
crew. Unbelievable.
4-2 is back to Danielle. She can win Dane Cook tickets with a correct answer.
Wow. Danielle, in texting, what does LMAO stand for?
Laughing my ass off.
That's right. That's right.
A lot of ass questions today.
A few of them there. The mooning.
Hey,
the
have a good
ass.
weekend.
Apparently.
Congratulations, Danielle. You're going to see Dane Cook.
Awesome. Oh, my God. I'm so excited. Thank you.
It's coming up Friday, September 25th. Tickets on sale now. A few tickets left, furnished by our great friends at Live Nation, the Chicago Theater. But congrats again, Danielle. And wear a shark costume there. That'll freak them out.
Okay, I will.
Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101, about 8 minutes away from the Q101 pop-up with the Offspring. Your tickets for. You have to have tickets to win. Unlike other pop-ups, it's free. It's just like that. But you can't just go wait in line and get in because we can't have 20,000 people trying to get in the metro. It'd be
Fair.
so we got to be a hazard. So you have to win tickets at 8 a.m. coming up here shortly. But first, before we get closer, we have to acknowledge, pour one out. Very sad. Affects probably most people listening. And it is not music related. Waffle House CEO Walt Emmer has passed away at the age of 58.
When will it end?
Oh,
58?
58, young guy.
Good Lord.
I know, it's rough.
Is he eating a lot of Waffle House?
I can only assume.
Oh, my goodness. That's really young.
Yeah, it just says a long illness. Doesn't say exactly what happened.
Aw.
He also seems young for some place that's been around a long time. I don't know how. Let's see, he's been there since 1992, quickly rose to senior leadership, becoming the president of the company 20 years ago, and then CEO, and then chairman. He was pretty much everything for Waffle House. This guy must have loved Waffle House.
God, what a nice story that is.
Yeah. It shows that you can start at the bottom and get to the top. You know what I mean?
Yeah, baby.
Just by eating the potatoes, the hash browns covered, smothered,
Oh my
chunked.
God. I used to get a patty melt and smothered hash browns. My dishes, I understand.
You sound like you were talking about the greatest thing ever.
Oh, God, it was the greatest thing ever.
Now, the thing is, there's none in our radio listening range, as far as I know, unless someone can help me out. Because We reach about 100 miles with the 101.1 radio signal.
Where do we go from, Brian? Tell us the radius.
We go from Rensselaer, Indiana, all the way to Kenosha, way past DeKalb. Sometimes you can get us in Denver.
Is that right?
I'm not sure. I don't
if it's
know.
windy, if it's on the right day.
Now, of course, you can listen to us globally in any way you want when you travel on the new and improved Q101 app.
Okay.
That should be on your phone. It's free, too, and it's really, there's some really cool new features on it, by the way. Now, so Waffle House, I think most people did road trips, and then you would go and see a Waffle House, the big yellow block Waffle House sign, and go in to check it out because you just hear.
It was like the star that guided the three wise men in the middle. When I'm drunk, I'm like, thank God.
Oh, wow.
Oh, goodness.
That is so accurate. I've never eaten at one before 2 in the morning.
Oh, yeah.
Before 2. No. I got exiled from Chicago radio back in the day in 2006, and it took me a while to get back, but I got back here, baby. And I lived in Virginia, Richmond, Virginia for a while, and they had Waffle Houses. And yeah, I never went before 2 in the morning. And you go in there 2, 3, it'd be packed. There'd be a line out the door to go eat there. It's the only place down there that was open late. Chicago has a lot of places open late, but
there's
this place,
something about it.
It's just something about the greasiest.
And the chefs cook right in front of you.
It's like a hibachi place.
It's top tier. I like seeing what's going on.
You want to go to Benihana or Waffle House? We're going to get the same experience.
I'm saying.
So the chef takes the spatula and throws smashed up potatoes at you in your face and you catch them.
If you think I wouldn't jump for that, you're out of your mind.
Yeah, there's always a fight, too. Whenever you hear about what we've done in Kenzie's, not Kenzie's Crimes, there hasn't been a Waffle House yet. When we do head-to-head lines and we talk about a crazy story, we've had, I think, at least one that started at a Waffle House and finished there.
Of course.
Well, it's kind of the Florida of restaurants where you would believe any story that came out of a Waffle House.
Yeah.
The first time I was there was in Kentucky. I was playing baseball in Kentucky one weekend, and a guy started playing his banjo in the middle of the Waffle House. And if you're not in the mood to hear banjo music, which I wasn't at the time, it's really, really jarring.
To be honest, you're the problem. You got a free show. There's live music at Waffle House, and you're being an a-hole about it.
You're like, I just want to sit here and eat my patty melt.
Yeah.
Can people just leave me alone?
Good Lord. If you want to be left alone, how dare you go into a Waffle House?
You're right. That's fair.
It's the world's brightest lighting in the middle of the night.
It really is.
It's an open concept with the kitchen. It's always loud. It's always a party. You are an issue. You should have went through a drive-through.
Now, I'm trying to think of do you have a late night, a 24-hour place in our area, that you go to? Because for me, there's one on Irving Park called the Diner Grill. And it's classic, just a counter. It's open 24 hours a day. It's like $10 or $20 for whatever you want. It's been open for nearly 100 years on Irving Park, and it is awesome.
My spot in downtown when I used to be like, okay, I'm hungry and I'm drunk, was TBK.
You're running and gunning days.
Hell yeah. TBK was my joint.
Is that the name? Is that stand for something?
Well, everyone calls it TBK. It's Taco Burrito King. They have one in the West Loop.
Oh, yeah.
I could bathe in that stuff. It was fantastic.
Yeah.
Get a little horchata in the middle of the night and a steak burrito the size of my face. Hell yeah.
Good sized face, too. You know what I mean?
I got a big face. It's not a baby face, okay?
You just reminded me that on Lincoln, back in the day, there used to be these places called the Burrito Hut, and they'd be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There was like 17 of them. Like about every block, there was a Burrito Hut. And they're all gone now. I don't know what happened. Kind of like white hens.
Closed.
Like white hens are all gone.
Oh.
I know, it sucks. But what about you, Casey? You eat food late at all? Because you went to Weezer and you went to Pulp this week, and you had to want.
After?
Yeah, you had to want to get some food. Always on the phones, actually. People are calling in about this right now.
Oh, good. We're gonna get some recommendations. Say where to go next time. I love when people call in with things that are gonna benefit me. It's very exciting.
Yeah, like the best, late night. And when I say Chicagoland, I mean it could be anywhere. It can be Naperville, it can be Schaumburg, it can be Indiana, Wisconsin. But the best late night stuff, because that Diner Grill on Irving Park is awesome. It is so good. Give us a check-in, 312-591-8300. And then when we come back, we're going to play a 2-minute song. We'll talk about some of these places and then give you that keyword for the Q101 pop-up to get into the Offspring at the Metro.
Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.